Hello, welcome to Skillbuilding BT015. This is a great course for those of you that have signed up to help you build your skill in not only typing, but also formatting and 10 key. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Moodle site, what it looks like. We're going to go briefly over where you should go on this Moodle site to get started. We'll look at the syllabus very briefly, the assignment schedule, and help you know how to set up the skill building site that you'll actually be using. The other thing I want to do for you is also just look at this Moodle site real quick so you know how to navigate. So let's start here. Our Moodle site is made up of a topic area which says Welcome to BT015 Skill Building. It talks about what the class is. And there's some instructions right here on how to get started. It's going to ask you to come to the right to the Start Here box and to read the syllabus, look at the assignment schedule, and then look at this site for how to set up and use your skill building computer component. As you scroll down, you're going to see my office hours. You're also going to see an area where you can send me a Moodle message. Below that, you're going to see links to the login for our skill building site and for the complimentary formatting book that we'll be using. When you go to the bookstore to buy your book, you'll be buying a code for the Skill Building Mastery site. So it'll be a code that you'll use to access this site. And they do have hard copies of this formatting book for sale. Know that you get a digital copy for free on the site, but totally your choice. Some people prefer to have a hard copy. As we come down, you're going to see kind of links to your participants in the class, your Google Apps, and then on the left-hand side, you're going to see some yellow file folders. There's just two right now, and available to you as the weeks go on. These weeks 2 through finals will be opened, but when they are opened, you'll see a yellow file folder with the title of the folder. In order to get into those items, I have to click on the yellow folder to open it, and then we can see what the contents are. Notice that this Getting Started area, there are a bunch of links to some articles you're going to be reading, and I'll show you where those are assigned in the assignment schedule, and some information on how to set up your account for your Keyboarding Online. In week 1, you're going to notice kind of what the topic is. Week 1 is just getting ready for an ergonomic workstation and beginning our lessons. There'll be the outcomes in the top always, and then you're going to see a listing of the homework and some resources that you might need. So every week will look the same as far as how it's laid out, and each individual assignment underneath will be different, but you'll understand the organization once you get used to the first week. So let's go real quickly and look at the syllabus. In order to find it, you're simply going to click on this link. It's going to open it up in a new tab, notice this, and it's going to give you what you would expect a syllabus to give you, just some basic generic information, and then some specific information on how to be successful in this class. A description, the required text and supplies, what the content is of the course. Super important dates will be listed here that you'll want to make note of, and then how the course is graded. And you can read about all that and send me questions if you have any clarifying things that you need. Talks about tests, it talks about when work is due, and that's about it. The other thing you're going to see over here in the start block is the assignment schedule. And if we click on this again, it opens it in a new tab. You'll notice that these are Google documents, so you are able to file and either download it as a Word document or as a PDF document so you can print it if you'd like. You can also make a copy of it for your own Google Drive, whatever is best for you, or you can just come in here and click on it each time so you can see what's due. One of the things that's super important is not to get behind in this class and to make sure that you're doing all the things listed. You'll notice that week 1 there's a lot to do, and all of this needs to be done before Sunday, September 11th at 11 o'clock. If you aren't finished with your work, or at least 90% of that work by Sunday, you'll be dropped from the course, unfortunately. That means that maybe you weren't ready to take the course or something didn't work out for you. So we'll do you a favor and drop you so you're not paying for the course and not being able to be successful. So please make sure all of these things are done by Sunday. You'll notice that it will tell you a couple things. It'll tell you what the assignment is. It'll tell you where you find it and how many points it's worth. So in week 1, you're reading a couple documents. Those are in that Getting Started folder that I showed you in Moodle. A lot of this stuff is. We have a reading self-check little quiz in Moodle Week Block 1. If that's confusing, let's take a look back here at Moodle. Again, here's the Getting Started with those articles to read. And here's the week 1 block. And if you look down here, here's the reading self-check, a little quiz that you're going to take to make sure you understood everything that you read. You're also going to see that you have a personal workstation assessment. We're going to be doing a lot of typing. You're going to be doing a lot of keying, and really important that we try to have an ergonomic workstation. I know not everybody will have a perfect one, but we're going to try to have you make it as best as you can. But right now, the assignment will just be for you to tell me about your station. Notice about how the instructions will come. It says, please click on the link in Moodle for instructions. So all that means is that you're going to come here to Moodle and you're going to come to the assignment link and you're going to click on it. And inside here are all the instructions. So basically it's saying, hey, now that you read all those articles about how to make a workstation correctly set up, let's assess your own station. You're going to write just a quick paper. Real quick, don't be freaked out that I said the word paper. It's just a quick assessment. You're going to type a Word document and answer these questions. And notice that each one of those questions is worth a certain amount of points. Please make sure you answer them all. Name it, save it, and you're going to upload it to this assignment by clicking Add Submission. And then you're going to come find your file. When you click there, you're going to find the file from your computer, wherever you saved it. Once you find it, you click it, you say Open, and then upload this file. Once you've uploaded that file, you're going to have a little notation on the link that says that you've uploaded. Now, if you get this little spinning circle, don't worry. It just means that it's taking a while for this document to load. You'll make sure this is what you wanted to upload, and you'll hit Save Changes. Now, once I scroll down, I'll see that I have submitted a document, and it was submitted on this date. And so you know for sure that you've submitted. Okay? You can also edit the submission if by some reason you uploaded the wrong thing, you can delete it. And if you have questions about this process, please let me know. I can help you. At the first time you do it, it might be a little confusing, but don't worry. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you right now is that when you're in any activity and maybe you're like, gosh, how in the world do I get back to that main page? If I scroll to the top, do you see how you have a listing of where we're at in the Moodle site? I can come back up here and click right back to the whole class, or I can click back to week 1. When I do that, I'm right back here where I was. And perhaps you might be thinking, oh my gosh, all I see is week 1, but I don't see that Getting Started folder. All you need to do is come here to the bottom right and click on Topic List. When I do that, here I have the whole course again. I could have also got there by just clicking on the BT015 link, and that would have brought me right back here. Okay, so as you're looking at those assignments, make sure you pay attention to where the instructions are and make sure you get each one accomplished. The next things that are listed here are really going to be done in your Keyboarding Online site. So we're going to talk about that for just a second. So in my Moodle site, I'm going to click on the Skillbuilding login. Now, the first time I go here, I'm going to have to activate my account and put in my code. Now, those instructions in Moodle that I showed you, let's go back and look right here. That's going to explain to you exactly how to get in and set this up. It's really simple. But once I've done all that, I'll simply log in. And what you're going to be doing is logging in your role as student. You're going to type in LCC99. Again, all this is in your instructions. I'm going to hit sign in. And then I'm going to choose the class. The instructions will tell you to go to Skillbuilding Mastery, this blue one. And the class you're going to choose is BT015 Skillbuilding Fall 2018. You're going to click, you're going to find your name, and your password, it will tell you in your instructions, is the number 1. The number 1, again, that tells you in your instructions. And you can change that at any time, but the very first time, it's the number 1. All right, it's going to take you to this colorful listing, and it's going to tell you to walk through each one of these boxes. And you certainly can do that. If I click home, it brings me back to this. I can go in here and I can change my user information. I can check on the setup of everything if I wanted to. If I go back to home, I can go to the introduction section. But as I'm clicking through those boxes, you're going to also notice that up here at the top, we have an intro, we have lessons, progress reports, effort report, grade reports. Again, this might all seem very overwhelming at this moment in time, but try not to be overwhelmed. There are instructions for everything. I'm just doing a brief overview for you right now. So on the assignment schedule, it says Keyboarding Online account setup. So you're going to go read that account setup and thing in Moodle and do it. Then it says read Getting Started, step 1 through 11, and it says find it in the Keyboarding Online intro Getting Started. Okay, so I'm on Keyboarding Online after I'm already logged in. I'm going to intro and I'm going to getting started. You see that? I also could have found that from here, intro, and it takes me right here to getting started. So either way works. You're going to read all 11 of these steps. Now, notice that they're very simple. It's not going to take you long at all, so don't think it's a huge, long process. But by going through these steps, you're going to understand how to use this program so you are making fewer mistakes. Okay? Now, the next thing it's going to ask you to do after reading that is to take an entry timing. Again, Keyboarding Online Lessons Entry Timing. So, Keyboarding Online Lessons, see that here? Entry timing. And it's going to ask you to type. Now, this is going to kind of give you a baseline for your entry timing. You can do it as many times as you want if you want. There are a couple things that you're going to notice in the instructions about this site. And I'm going to start a lesson real quick and come back to this entry timing so you can see what happens. So I'm going to go to Lessons. I'm going to go to my Lessons menu. And I'm going to show you a couple things. Over here on the left are the lesson numbers. There's lesson 1 through 41. We also have on each lesson, as I click on them, it won't let me go to the next lesson until I've completed the one prior. And to complete that one prior, I have to complete all 15 steps of this lesson. Super important. The other thing I must know is that there is a block out so you can't see what you're typing while you're typing, so that keeps you from looking all the time at what you're typing rather than keeping your eye on the copy. There's also a timing timeout, so let me show you. So as I start typing, notice that at the bottom it says timing in progress. I can't see what I'm typing. As soon as I stopped typing, it also says, whoa, if you stop typing for 2 seconds, the timer will stop and you'll have to reset. That is all to make sure that you are working on your keying ability. So it's to make sure that you're not looking down here, that you're looking at the copy, and that you're doing kind of a flow of typing. And when you get to the end, do you see this return? You have to hit enter. When you see this little arrow, you hit enter. And you're going to type those lines as many times as you can until the timer goes up. Notice that there are 0 errors allowed, and the minimum words to get this to pass is 30 words per minute. Now, I might adjust this to 28, but if we remember, the entry level was 30 words per minute for this class. This class is for people who are working to get faster on their keying ability. So this may take you a while to get through and past each thing, but once you do and you've worked on that, you're going to get faster and faster. Now, at this point in time, you might be going, oh my gosh, I'm not at 30 words per minute. I don't know if I can. Maybe this class isn't for you, or maybe that's something you want to contact me and we can help you get to the level where you can take this class. In the syllabus, as you read it, you'll notice that I give you a free site, which is called, let's see if I can get it up, a free site that's typing.com. This is something that you can set up an account, join for free, and work on individual keys. And that might be something you need to do to kind of get your speed up to where you need to be for this this class. So if you feel like you are not at 30 words per minute or 28, do contact me and we can chat about if you should continue in this course or not, and we'll go from there. Okay? So you do have a resource though for free that you can practice and maybe work in tangent with the class. Okay, so I want to go back to this Keyboarding Online site. And I want to just navigate real quickly around so you can see some other things. So that was the lessons, lesson menu, that's where we were. Again, in order for it to count, you need to do all 15. Now, how do I know that you've done all 15? Well, notice that you have a progress report. Here at the top, you can click Simple Report. And you notice that down here for Lesson 1, I can tell that the first line hasn't been completed yet. Line 2 is completed, 70 words per minute with no errors. Line 3, 81 with no errors. And that's all that's been completed. So each week, I'll be going in to check your progress and giving you points for those lessons that you've completed and checking your words per minute and seeing how you're doing. So no stress, no worry. This is all about getting better and getting your money's worth for this course, pushing you to get better at a skill. That's really very important. So lesson menu is where you find the entry timing and your lessons. There's also some other things in here that aren't necessarily assigned that you're welcome to do if you'd like. There's some proofreadings, but you don't have to. The other thing that you're going to see in here under intro is just some a trainer that helps you like use the right fingers if you'd like, but you can explore this and find some things that you might think are super interesting. But the things that are required are going to be listed on this assignment schedule. Okay, so we're at 18 minutes already in this video. You're probably getting tired of listening to me ramble, but what I want to make sure that you do is go to your Moodle site, which you're already there obviously because you're reading this video or watching this video. I might also send it out in an email. You're going to look at the syllabus, read it. You're going to look at the assignment schedule, read it. You're going to get your code from the bookstore. You're going to set up your account. And then you're going to do all those things that were required in the first week here, which is a lot. The last thing we haven't talked about is our Introduce Yourself form activity. What I'm going to say about that is I'm not going to explain it here in this video. Do your best with it. There is instructions under Post and Introduction. Read these instructions and see how you do. If you're not able to post in week 1, it is not going to count against you. Week 2, I'll send out some more instructions. I don't want to overwhelm you right now. So if you don't get this, do not worry, do not stress. You don't have to post it. until week 2. Okay? So with that, I'm going to ask if you have any questions. Please send me a message through Moodle and give me what you need, and I will call you, I will email you, whatever works best for you, and we will get you set up and ready to go. It's going to be a great term. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn about formatting. You're going to learn how to 10 key. You're going to get faster on your keying ability on the keyboard, and I am here to help you. So thanks so much for watching. Good luck, and don't forget, reach out right here. Send me a message if you need anything. Thanks so much. Good luck.